Hi everybody, my name's Liz Rivera. I'm the Gem State Medium. Welcome back. So first I need to apologize real quick. We got busy. I was enjoying a little bit of the sunshine and R&R, stuff like that, family. So I'm back. Sorry about the long wait for a new video. So I did make a post a little while ago and I had a question to ask you guys, which was, if you wanted me to touch on any subject, what might it be? And I think one of the responses I got was, why do some ghosts choose to show themselves or let themselves be known of where others don't? From my experiences, it's been that since ghosts are basically us without our bodies anymore, you know, they still have their basic personalities. So if you're kind of grumpy and, you know, don't care too much for people, then, you know, you're going to kind of stay away and you don't care to be seen or known. There's other people who are, you know, a little more bubbly and like interacting, maybe miss people, and so they'll let themselves be known. And some people, or ghosts, need to get a message across, either, you know, whether it's they're stuck, they're bored, they need help to cross over. There's all those little variants that those are generally the reasons why some make themselves known and others don't. I was just editing and I realized that the video that I was making about why some ghosts let themselves be known to us and others don't, I realized that I had forgotten a couple things. It can also be because like a house that I recently went into was a very old house. It was built in like 1902 or whatever. Going through the house, I saw three different things in there, three different people. And one was a woman, and she didn't interact too much. She looked like she was from the early 1900s. And then I saw a man who was a cowboy sort of looking guy, and he interacted. He followed me around. I became kind of nauseous and started burping, which is one of the things that happens to me. I know it's really weird and so unladylike, but it happens, and I'll have to talk about that later. But yeah, it just kind of makes me start burping and stuff. It's whenever there's a really strong ghost around, and that's when I know they can move things, they can show themselves, they can move things and do all kinds of things, make noises, stuff like that. And then when I had gone into one of the bathrooms, I saw a woman who looked like she was probably from the 70s. And she was just looking in the mirror, and I saw her looking in the mirror. Which brings me to the fact that the one looking in the mirror that looked like she was probably from the 70s, my feeling and what I believe it was an imprint of this woman. So there are ghosts, and then there are like residual. It's kind of like if there is a really emotional, if there's really emotional trauma going on in your life at the moment, or you're going through something, sometimes you can, all that energy that you build up and have can imprint on a certain location. So where you might see somebody over and over and they're kind of in the same spot, or they're making the same motions, or it's always the same thing, but they never interact with you, it could be a residual haunt, which means it's not an intelligent haunt. So they're not aware. It's not even really an awareness or a being of any sort. It's just an imprint, like a tape recorder or a video. So that's another reason. I had forgotten to mention that. And the other one was like the cowboy. He's just stronger. He's figured it out. He wanted me to know he was there. He wanted to know what I was doing there. He followed me around. And then the last thing was that sometimes when people first pass away, and if it's a loved one, my experiences anyway have been in, when I need to do readings and things like that, that when someone comes to me and they've just really recently lost a loved one, I have a hard time sometimes picking them up and bringing them in. And it's always felt to me like when they first passed over, it was a little bit harder for them to communicate, just because it felt like they're still trying to get their bearings about them and figure out what just happened. Some of those that have known they were passing and have been ill for a long time or something, they seem to have a better handle on things. But generally for me, it takes a few months, and the reception, I guess, is much better. I think it's because they've kind of started to figure out, maybe I'm on the other side, I need to figure out how I can communicate, and so then you start seeing things. And I'm not saying that when someone first passes away they can't come and communicate, because there are some that do, that just automatically, there's so much emotion and need to get in touch with somebody that they figure out, just that emotion, that energy, that they can interrupt the lights and different things like that. So anyway, I was looking at the video and I thought, I think I missed a bunch of stuff. I should have written everything down that I wanted to say before, I got on, but I didn't. But anyway, back to the regular scheduled program. Talk to you later. So I hope some of those answers helped. Forgive me if I'm kind of not right on. It's been a little while since I've filmed or tried to do any of this stuff, so bear with me a little bit. I'll get my bearings back about me and try to get off this vacation mode. So anyway, thank you for joining, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya. Bye.